This is a human breeding facility where every clone emerges fully grown. After medical examination, they are tagged, mentally conditioned, and implanted with the subconscious desire to reach Paradise Island, and their subconscious desire to reach Paradise Island. Once their intellect matures, they're sent to the assembly line to inject nutrient solutions into cloned embryos, creating an endless food cycle. When a wealthy person's body fails, their clone wins the lottery, believing they're bound for Paradise Island, only to have their organs harvested to prolong the rich man's life. The human farm's supervisor publicly claimed these clones were merely unconscious shells, all to ease the wealthy's concerns. Upon learning the truth, Lincoln realized he was nothing more than a life-sustaining product waiting to be harvested. The mechanic then put them on a train bound for the metropolis in search of a way out. Meanwhile, the capture squad had located Lincoln and Little Joe, but just before the operation, police tracked the mechanic's credit card and apprehended them first. To prevent the clone secret from being exposed, the capture squad struck first, launching an attack on the police. Amid the street chaos, Lincoln and Little Joe broke free from the encirclement. They hailed a cab to the original's residence. With identical genetic information, Lincoln effortlessly unlocked the door. The original was startled upon seeing him, expecting the medical corporation to have cultivated a vegetative patient, only to find another living version of himself. After learning the details, the original decided to take both to report it to the police, but Xiao Qiao instantly saw through his lies. It turned out he had secretly contacted his supervisor long ago, planning to send them back. During the struggle, the car spun out of control and crashed into an abandoned factory. When the capture team arrived, they couldn't distinguish who was the original. Then Lincoln suddenly devised a plan. He shouted that he was the original, slipped the wristband onto the other man's wrist, and without hesitation, the assassin shot the original dead. Back at the apartment, Lincoln intended to continue living as the original, but the supervisor called to inform him that the clone had malfunctioned and they planned to destroy it, starting over from scratch. Upon hearing this, Lincoln resolved to return to the community to save his former friends. Meanwhile, Little Joe deliberately allowed herself to be captured and rushed toward the community. During the return journey, the leader of the capture team learned the truth and decided to assist. Just before the clones were incinerated in the furnace, Little Joe arrived in time to rescue them. At the same moment, Lincoln, who had been wreaking havoc everywhere, was exposed by the supervisor. Outmatched, he was quickly knocked to the ground. However, the supervisor was so focused on choking Lincoln that he failed to notice the boy's restless hands. Lincoln seized a weapon, finally breaking free from his restraints. The supervisor was then knocked off balance by the blast wave and ultimately perished on the bridge.